What's up, guys? Welcome back to Yankees Gameday. Is there anything worse than the day off after opening day, or more boring? I don't know what to do. I just sit around with my thoughts all day long. Take a look. I'm so bored. I wish there was baseball today. I can't believe the Yankees lost on opening day. I hate that stupid extra inning rule. At least we get to see Corey Kluber pitch tomorrow. And Gary Sanchez didn't look too bad. Wait a second. Why can the audience hear my thoughts? That doesn't make any sense. Hey, special thanks and shout out to the 21,000 people who attended the opening day watch party on this channel. That was a channel record. And look, the end result of the game sucked, but that was a pretty good baseball game. It was tight, it went to extra innings, it was kind of a pitcher's duel, but I do miss actual baseball when there would be sacrifice flies, maybe the occasional safety squeeze, say when you got a guy on third and less than 2 outs late in the game and you just need 1 run to win the game. You know, I miss those days, but the Blue Jays got the big hits in the key situations and the Yankees didn't, and that's what it comes down to. I thought Garrett Cole was strong. He got a no decision, but he got 1 more out on opening day than he did in 2020. His final line was 5 1/3 innings, 2 runs, 8 strikeouts, and 1 hanging slider. On the plus side, Chad Green, Jonathan Loaisiga, Johnny Lasagna, Darren O'Day, and Nick Nelson all looked really good out of the bullpen. I thought that Nick Nelson, even though he got the loss, looked really, really good. Got 3 strikeouts in his inning of work, and I'm telling you, this guy's going to be a really good relief pitcher for the Yankees. Corey Kluber makes his Yankees debut today. I'm really excited to see him. If you haven't had the chance to watch Corey Kluber yet, here's the lowdown. Kluber actually turns 35 next week, so he's a bit older than you would typically like to have in your starting rotation. He's had a couple of injuries lately, but they're not the type of injuries that are going to recur naturally. He had a fractured forearm from a comebacker, and he had a strain of the teres major muscle, which is a muscle in the back by the shoulder, but that's typically, once rehabbed, not an injury that recurs. He used to be able to get it up to 95 miles an hour, so I think those days are probably behind him. This spring he was mostly 90 to 93, but that's not necessarily a terrible thing. He's not the type of guy who relies on velocity to get outs. He has moxie. He knows how to pitch. He's an experienced pitcher. He's won 2 Cy Young Awards. He approaches hitters with a plan. He's got a really good breaking ball. He's actually got a couple of really good breaking balls. He throws a cutter that's typically in the upper 80s. It breaks in on the hands of lefties and away from righties. He'll throw it to both righties and lefties. And it gets a little bit more downward sink than your typical cutter, so he uses it to induce ground balls and to get awkward swings. He's also got a breaking ball that's pretty much the envy of most right-handed pitchers in the major leagues. I just call it the Kluber ball. It's a combination curveball slider. Some people call it a slurve, but it's nasty. It's a strikeout pitch. It's a wipeout pitch. And when he's healthy, it's been one of the best pitches in baseball, and we saw it a few times this spring. Now, his command, especially of that pitch, was not great this spring, but that's typically probably a feel pitch. It's a pitch that's going to come with repetition, with throwing it over and over again, start after start, so it should get better as the season goes along. But again, I don't think these are injury-related issues that he's having. The command is just a product of rust. He didn't pitch much at all last year. He only threw 1 inning in the major leagues, but he's healthy, and I think that the more you throw him, the better he's going to do. Shout out to Gary Sanchez. If you watched the opening day edition of Yankees Gameday, I talked about how Gary Sanchez was probably the biggest question mark on the Yankees. It was probably his last chance if he doesn't have a great season this year. Last year he hit 147. A couple years ago he hit in the 100s. And if you look at both of those seasons, he got off to really, really poor starts. And so it was important for him to come out of the gate strong, and that's exactly what he did. Not only did he hit that big 2-run home run, but he also picked up another base hit, he drew a walk, and he threw out a runner. So great job by Gary Sanchez. He gets to sit around and soak that in on an off day. Then he comes back and catches Corey Kluber in the second game of the season. His confidence is going to be better, and I think he's going to do a nice job behind the plate. My take to rake in this game is going to be Jay Bruce. I thought he just missed on that fly ball off of David Phelps yesterday, ex-Yankee. That would have changed the game, obviously. But he just missed. And the Blue Jays are throwing a right-handed pitcher named Ross Stripling. He pitched with the Dodgers for a while, came over to Toronto. I'm not super impressed by his stuff. He's got a 3.77 career ERA, but honestly, he doesn't scare me that much. Apparently, the Blue Jays fans do think he's been throwing the ball pretty well this spring. So we'll see how it works out, but my take to rake, Jay Bruce. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. It helps other Yankees fans find the channel.